Welcome back to my channel. Right, this is the part 3. You check. I could real talk by what, but like the message that I bring out, it had to come out, But yeah, so welcome back to my channel again, and part 3 of whatever the title of the video would be. So I left off where with the motivation, writing a piece and whatnot. No, what was going to say? Bye. I forgot. Hold on. What was going to say? Right. So since like grade 5, grade 6, I remember I've been writing. I remember all the piece. I did this piece in primary school on Bumblebee, right? And I felt so proud when I write that piece. But nobody clapped for me. Nobody really clapped for me. And like I felt that type of way, but then I'm like, you know what? Scene, I can go press on it to check it's okay. Because in the future, hold on. But yeah, like nobody really clapped for me. Nobody clapped for me in truth. So it was kinda weird and off, but then I felt proud, honestly, of doing that piece. So, since that was years ago, I'm writing up good with a yes now. And at this point in my life, I remember like last year, I did a piece on suicide. And strangely enough, it was another explosion as well, right? So it was it was a bit heartbreaking, honestly, because the piece that I wrote, it was on suicide. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know, something just told me to write the piece. And it was same only up in the year, some months back, like only up in the year last year again. Like it just had this voice saying, write a piece on that, and I was kinda avoiding the voice in my head again. Right. When it kept on coming back to a point where, every day, every single day, right. So I'm like, fine. I'll go write a piece. So I ended up writing it. And it came out bomb, of course, But then at the same time, it was in my heart, to put out that piece, like air it, And long story short, yes, I was able to air it, but then was on one station, right? And I'm like, I need other people to hear the piece as well. But it was only one station at the time I ended up airing it on, which is fine. I would get, future would see where else I could put out the piece and so forth. I ended up going in the radio station upstairs in the mall in town me. And I spoke to the guy and I told him, and well, look me up, proper thing, check. So yes. No, what I wanted to say, why I forgot. Like, anyway, but yeah, like for this year, honestly, like I was saying in one of the videos, right. So young me not being able to run, there was a reason for that, right? Because remember, I say I tripped when I tell you I tripped on mid-air, I literally tripped on mid-air, and God alone knows why I feel it. But like, I know it sounds weird, but if you don't know, so me just stumbling over, not being able to run, like there was a reason for that. Fast forwarded me, learning first aid and so forth, and then again this year, honestly, like I felt so much, like I don't know, like I don't know, like the energy of the athletes this year, it was overwhelming to a point, because it had a good with the athletes that came that I was dealing with. And when I tell you I felt the emotions, I literally felt it to a point where I'm like, oh my God. Like I cannot control it, obviously, to an extent. And go like, but like it had a good with the athletes where I felt what they were going through. For example, Lord God. Hence the reason why again I wanted to write a piece because I don't know, like, I don't know, but I understood their pains, honestly. Even speaking with one of them, like, I understood their pain and the things that athletes would go through. Because at the end of the day, they are human beings as well, right? And I even have that in the piece, of course. Come on. So athletes are human beings as well, right? So I would feel a good bit of their emotions and what they go through and so forth, even with the pain and what, because again, like, some of them more stubborn than me. Just as how parents just tell me when I was younger, you can't go back and run. You check, you can't continue wanting to go and run because you will damage yourself more. That's how they are now, right? I mean, yes, at this stage point in life, in their life, they have people who would see after them with the injury and whatnot, which of course I'm grateful for. Thank God for that. Even me knowing first aid and being able to help, I don't know everything, and then we had to do a bit of revision, with that, me and the people I was doing the first aid and so forth with, right? But you know, some of them with no, okay, is a bit of competitive and being stubborn at the same time. And imagine mixing competitive and stubbornness. Like, you have this injury, but they would look at you dead in your eye. I'm fine. I'm fine. I will push through. And somebody will be honest and say, well, nine, I really, but I'm going to run still. Because in their head, it's like they're what they live for, they're what they live and breathe for, which I love the energy. Come on, wait. No ideas. Come on. Yo. But like I felt what they were going through, honestly. And then like it would have some of them when they listen to me, when athletes tell earlier, Jesus Christ, oh my God. When people tell earlier that, especially young trainees, when somebody tell you that how they didn't eat this morning, there was a reason for that. Let me say there was a reason for that. They didn't eat, honestly. Because imagine you're dealing with somebody and the stomach hurting you or whatever. Or you would ask them questions leading up to the injury, right? So imagine, they tell you that how they don't eat this morning. Yeah, did you eat this morning? No. Why? They don't know. And saying they don't know, sometimes they just don't have anything to eat. You feel me? Money could be low. It could be, they don't have no support from anybody or anything like that, right? So you don't eat this morning. I mean, yes, it would be, that's why I end up telling the people I was working with. Sometimes you have to be considerate, and a bit low with the, not really the attitude, but how we speak into them. Because, like I've said before, they're human beings as well, right? So an athlete tell me they don't eat, they don't eat for a reason. It could be that they don't have, anything to eat. They wasn't able to eat this morning, because they don't have support. One, you don't have nothing to eat, or something like that, which is a bit, it is sad. A check. And then with the games now, you have to wait like until the coach or whoever say you can eat, which is a bit sad. Because anyway, but yeah, like I felt a good bit of the pains, honestly. And oh my God, Lord. And then I don't know. But yeah, I felt a good bit of the pain, and I understood a good bit of them, honestly. Because I know some of them remember my face, and they would say hi and so forth and whatnot. Alright, what else? Like the injuries, I understood the injuries because I'm like, damn, boy, I feel bad because I've been through it. Check, for example, with the knee or with the hamstring, the muscle, because everything and them just wake me up, honestly. Even though it kind of them running, I sleeping. But anyway, like on the stone, and like I wanted to get to know more for me, because one, like, it's something that I really wanted to be a part of when I was younger, and then I didn't really get that opportunity due to, reason, like I told you all about. And then, like, I don't know, this year during the games, because of the way that I was dealing with them, which is of course 100 on point. I don't know everything, but use common sense. Even though I was a bit skeptical with certain stuff, I would ask questions, right? So when I'm telling you, there was a reason for me not being able to run when I was younger and tripping on mid-air. This is a reason, right? Because I have to be, I don't know, I have such a wonderful soul. I have to be there helping and shit. I mean, I get a little, God gave me a little bit of, give me a piece of cake. Check. I get a little piece of cake when I was in, around a tourist and thing, and I was like, you know. But I was supposed to be, I'm supposed to be helping. So, like, after seeing what, and I ain't gonna really see much right now, you check. But after seeing what the athletes was going through this year, and knowing I had the peace to, oh God, like, but yeah, after seeing and feeling, knowing that some of the athletes, most of them going through, like, I'm like, you know what? I end up talking to, and even people been telling me, I end up talking to a physiotherapist as well. And I spoke to them and I told them, well, like, it was in my heart, honestly, and right now it's still in my heart to go and do the course to get a certificate to, at least help out in the future. So right now, honestly, like, I want to do physiotherapy so bad, yeah. Like, but I don't settle up on money and thing first to check. But yeah, like, I want to go and start the course to at least get it, before the next athletic season, or at least at a point where by the time that next year reach with the athletic season, I have, experience, more experience than I have right now, especially in physiotherapy. Because, like, I was looking at the physios doing what they were doing and helping out and so forth. They check me every little question I would ask them in my head. I'm like, I know I kind of annoying Talia, but it's a reason. You check, because I come in and meet Talia just now. I tell them, yo, I come in and meet Talia just now. So this is the reason why I'm asking all these questions. You feel me? So yeah, like, I want to go and get the the certificate, the course, and start it and so forth. And I remember some people was asking me, telling me, you should really consider doing coaching. But I say no. If I consider doing coaching, like, all them coaching them, they will lose their job. You feel me? Like, because I the baddest thing out, you check. Anyway, I'm joking, eh? I'm not joking. I'm joking. But I'm not joking, you check. But, like, I don't know, the attitude that I had this year towards the towards the athletes, it was on point, I could say. Like, forgetting help. Okay, but we put the medical part on the side, right? So, in conversating with them and understanding the injury, it was on point. I'm proud to say that. You check, because again, I know what it feels like to not have anything to eat. I know what it feels like to be in certain pain, even though they probably, because surprisingly, it have athletes that are running years now, and I don't know if that's serious thing or not, but it have athletes that are running years and they don't experience no set of hamstring and pull and muscle pull and them thing and yet them thing and them they so yet, and I was so surprised, because I'm like, I mean, yes, everybody built differently, but then I didn't really thought every athlete had an injury, but then in my head I'm like, more than likely a good bit, more than 85% of athletes experience certain different pains, because who have back pain, ankle, knee, the hamstring, because some of them there's use the KT. I can't remember anybody taking a KT tip. Some curl. Anyway, we ain't gonna go through that. But yeah. So like the attitude that I had towards them, it was on point, and I'm proud of that, because like I was saying, I know what it feels like to experience certain stuff, and then you would realize that some of them, it's like they don't want to say much because they don't want you to think this type of way of them. No, they don't want them to. They don't want you to judge them, which is sad, because it's like, you see, these are the things that I don't want to go in depth with, because because listen to me. After this athletic season and the things that I've witnessed and seen, which is a lot, in my head, like I trying to join but not join the athletic association, or at least I want to have a field within the, not field, but kind of a say within that body. A check for a reason, because of the things that I've seen and heard. Because I had athletes that was crying long tears because of certain things which should not be, because I don't find that I honestly do not find that making sense. You can't tell, my lad, but yeah, like it painful for me. Like I found myself. I'm not talking to like a boy from Caracol, right? I'm gonna tell her, because I'm like, I end up telling him something that was wrong with him, right? And he just sat down there, and you could have seen that he wanted to cry, and then he started to cry after a while. So I'm not going to him, and I'm like, you're okay? And he told me, yeah, he fine. He just shaky head, Is it that I thought he wasn't really responding to me? But he wasn't really responding to me. And I'm like, you okay? You really, So I just leave him for 2 minutes. Then I remember passing back again, and he had like this band on his head, and he had it over his eyes. So I'm like, no, small man crying. So no, something really wrong with him in truth. Because I know deep down, he wasn't all right. You check, so I'm going back to him. And, asked him, I kind of moved the band a bit, and I realized he was crying. So I'm like, what happened to me? You could talk to me, and so forth. No, of course we go there for medical reasons, But then I would have felt real bad just leaving that child there, and not asking what happened. You check, because I remember, I think we did do psychological first aid, I think so. Yeah, I think we did. Right. Yeah. Plus research. Others research on anything and everything. Yeah. Like kind of going back to him, and I asked him, I moved the band, and I realized he was crying. And I asked him what happened, and like he didn't want to tell me. So I'm like, okay, you don't want to tell me, but I told him that, okay, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to tell me. But then if you tell me, it will be between me and you. I won't go telling anybody else. And I told him, and I won't go tell all you. I won't tell you. Like between me and small man. But yeah, like, tell me what happened. And I kind of spoke to him about it, and I told him, he's going to be fine, because he in grade 6, I think. And then he told me he's in grade 6 in Caracol. Yo, shout out to Caracol. Caracol did very well, honestly. Shout out to Caracol. But he told me he's in grade 6. And, I told him, well, if you want to run, he told me what happened. And I was a bit disappointed with the situation, not him, because, he's young, and come on. But from what he told me, I was a bit disappointed, because you can't tell me, not him, but you can't tell me, that's a way that these athletes, some of them are being treated. Because as far as it's unfair, you check, it is, and that's why it's but like it have a good bit of things that when I tell you, I've seen and recognized some stuff this year that is very unfair towards the athletes, and I don't like it. So if I could find myself within that segment to change or help change and stuff, then that would be lovely. Because come on, like I didn't have, as well as keep on saying, like I didn't have that experience, I didn't have the chance to run when I was younger. So if there's children right now, from young to, I remember I have two girls this year that ran, and the injury that they had was real bad. It was real bad. Like those are the injuries that the bigger athletes, the seniors, some juniors will be having. And these, I remember one of them was like 5, 6, experiencing such injury, and I was so shocked because wow, like she's so young, experiencing an injury like that, and could imagine it was real painful for her. And then another one that was about, she was about like probably, I don't know, 8, 9. Oh, I don't really got the number in Jesus Christ. But like, yeah, there was, I saw some stuff that the younger ones experience that I thought, could have just happened to the older ones, which is a bit mind blowing for me. You live and you learn. But yeah, like after experiencing certain stuff, I'm like, I would love to, give back in that sense, health wise, especially, because it has something in my mind I wanted to say, but I won't. And check, like it have a lot of stuff I want to say that's what I'm trying to work on. But yeah, like I would love to, for one, I'm like I was saying, I really want to go and get that physio, so I can get like a, Anyway, I don't know who I'm talking to or who I'm gonna do it with. You check, talk to them already. But yeah, so that, and like if I could, I thought about doing coaching as well, because somebody tell me more than one. A few people told me, I should, because I guess they see the attitude towards, how I was with the Italian. But yeah, like I would love to give back, honestly, because as for the 1,000th time, I didn't have that when I was younger. So if there is a child now, no matter the age, that want to run, I mean, some of them, they just need motivation. You check, and not everybody have the motivation, have the support from inside the home. You check, sometimes the coach isn't motivating you or supporting you. You check, sorry to say, like, but like it is what it is. It could be this one friend you have that just supporting you. You check, sometimes you need more than that one friend supporting you. You check, you need more than yourself supporting you, because obviously you have to be proud of where you are now to at least reach at a certain point, to hit that milestone in the future. You check, which is, you have to have love and support for yourself. But sometimes I think we all need, and then ourselves, we all need people to support us. And then sadly enough, not everybody have that, which is, yes, sad, but God knows why, and things happen for a reason. So yeah, like I would love to give back to that athletic community, honestly. Yeah, next year y'all gonna hear my piece, y'all gonna hear my piece next year, please a lot. So with that piece now, like I was saying, I was only supposed to write it this year. I was only supposed to write it and get what I needed for it this year. So next year, please a lot. And what I was saying too, with that piece now, I'm like, what? So I would start with Intercom, and then, the future, have them use the piece in exchange for, if y'all want to use my piece, y'all will have to pay me to air that. You check, because I come in with contract. How can I think call it a sign? Play with me, But yeah, so I was saying, I will let them use it freely this year, and next year if they want to use it again, then, y'all would have to pay me for that. Check. But you see, next year, please, y'all gonna have to pay me for that. Y'all gonna have to pay me for that. Y'all are, I mean, I wonder. Like I thought about giving it to the schools as well, having opportunity to give it to the schools. And I said that, go on the radio stations, TVs, whatever. Like have that out there. You see, God is good. God knows why, So next year, please, Lord, I would have that outlet in truth. So I would give it, I would, talk to, I said I talked to the association about that, Yeah, I would do that and see, like leading up to the meet, intercal, and yeah, leading up to intercal and so forth, I would, have it airing out a bit, different radio station and different television stations and so forth. So, for them to get a feel of what's coming and so forth. Anyway, I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to Ali because it's recording. But yeah, like, yo, Alia, shout out to them artists and them, honestly, I love Alia. Like, you see what I was doing to it first aid, we not supposed to be jumping up and thing, It was, we can't really be jumping up and thinking too much. But like I try, but then I know me and athletics just, me and that whole body just like that. So it was hard for me. It was hard for me, like it was hard for me. Like I know I get an hand thing, but like I was backing every single body. Even those, and I want to tell you too, like even those that you see coming in last, like them are not looking for motivation to cross the finish line because somebody would just walk out. You check, because well, I don't come in last already, so what's the point? You check, but no, honey, you're gonna make it. Sometimes you have to be coming last to come first. Because why? Steve Harvey once said that I have failed more times than I have succeeded, and that's how my life is. Like I have failed 1,000 of times. Like my success and my failure is the ratio off, but God knows why the ratio off. You check, because right now the harder your life is at a young age, the better it is going down in age. I feel if you know. But yeah, like, so shout out to all them athletes and them, like all they work real hard and thing and all they working hard. Not everybody that will support all you, which is fine, but start to support yourself. You check once you have that. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror, not in the palm of your hand. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, what? I will support myself 24/7. I will give it my all, my best, whether or not I come first. You check, I mean, everybody wants to come first, but not all of us are going to come first. But I would give it my all. You check, you gotta give yourself a pat on your back. You gotta give yourself that pep talk and thing. You check, so that people would see that you're supporting yourself as well and then support you. A check, and that is what it is, honestly, because me, I would support myself no matter what. That's why I say love comes first. It doesn't matter what it is in every area aspect of life. Love really does come first, so love yourself for what you're doing. Love, you have passion for something, go ahead, even though you're not nobody supporting you, few people supporting you, no problem. Have love for yourself and the passion for what you're doing. And then at the end, people might see and be like, yo, like, I didn't realize that person so into that, like, I support them for that, and it would just grow and, so shout out to all them athletes, y'all did create a lovely, most of my father is still recovering, sadly, but what are you gonna do? Y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share, And I tell her, it took a lot for me to see this, honestly. It really did. But yeah, hope y'all have a lovely weekend. And Jesus Christ. Have a lovely day. Whatever time this video come on, enjoy. Take care of what I see. You feel me? And like, comment, subscribe, share, and share.